again, in the kick-off match this afternoon, we feature one of the clubs still uncertain about their destiny at the end of the season. Here at Burnton Park, though, Ron Greenwood, the England manager, has chosen Bolton Wanderers against Ipswich Town as the match he most wants to see just 4 weeks before the start of the home international championships. Ironically, though, 3 of the players the crowd have come along to see here this afternoon won't be able to play a part in Mr Greenwood's plans. Obviously, they're Ipswich Town's 2 Dutch players, Arnold Muren and Frans Thijssen, and Bolton's substitute this afternoon, their new signing from Poland, Tadeusz Novak.
Without wishing any player any injury or out like that, but if an occasion comes whereby he can play for half an hour, 20 minutes or so, I think it'll give the Bolton spectators, who have been very loyal so far, a good chance to assess the value of this player, and I hope they think the same as I do.
Oh, I think Tadeusz Novak is great. I think I've been watching the reserves for a long while now, and I think he's going to be great for Bolton Wanderers.
He's a great crosser of the ball. When he gets the ball, he needs to be shook off it. He's a fair turn of speed, and the reserves have scored quite a number of goals from his crosses.
And this is Tadeusz Novak, the Pole, who is hoping that today will give him the chance to become the 12th foreign player this season to make his first division debut. Arnold Muren from Holland has proved that it is possible for European players to blend into the English scene. He's missed only 1 of Ipswich's league games this season. And now Frans Thijssen, Muren's former teammate with Twente Enschede, is also settling in East Anglia. Let's take a check on the teams, beginning with Bolton, who have Peter Nicholson back after missing 3 games with a groin strain. Neil McNabb also returns. He reclaims a midfield place because Roy Greaves is suspended. The front line remains as it has been in all but 1 game this season, a proven goal-scoring combination. Ipswich, they are again missing Alan Hunter and Kevin Beattie from defence, but the young pair Russell Osman and Kevin Beattie have been very impressive deputies. The 2 Dutchmen line up in midfield with John Walk, who could well win a place in Scotland's squad for the home internationals. And there's another young Scot leading the attack in Alan Brazil. He's standing in for Paul Mariner, who picked up a leg injury against Derby last Monday. And as Ron Greenwood comes to his seat, I imagine there'll be 1 or 2 players out on the pitch wondering about their English qualifications and hoping that they will have a good game to catch the England team manager's eye. 1 established England player on the field, of course, the Ipswich skipper Mick Mills, who's likely to add to his 22 caps next month. Ron Bridges, today's referee, comes from D-side. He's the distribution manager for a supermarket chain. We've got Sunshine, we've got Bolton in their usual strip, white shirts and dark shorts, attacking the goal to our left. Ipswich too in their first trip, blue tops, white shorts, and an early touch of the ball for Paul Cooper from Clive Wood's long ball back. Mills. This is Brian Smith. Nicholson. Allardyce to Walsh. Will find Worthington well, and Watmore running onto the first time pass. No foul given, although it certainly looked as though Watmore there went across the leg of Russell Osman. Jones. Smith at the second attempt, and Walk for the second time in just a minute or 2, called back for dangerous play, and Mr Bridges having a word with him. Nicholson. Worthington making life difficult for Butcher. Here's for offside, which the linesman doesn't accept, and Watmore a toe onto the top of the bar. The problem is caused by a good bit of play there by Frank Worthington. Worthington taking his time, deliberately flicking that ball up and eventually turning it back in, and as Ipswich asked for offside, it didn't come, and Watmore stole in, but his toe ender landed on top of the bar. Dowling, Worthington. Frank Worthington, who today agreed to join Dallas Tornadoes and will sign for them on Monday. Jones. Allardyce. Worthington. McNabb. And now Morgan. 3 to cross to. Can Nicholson find one of them? Not like that. Muir. Walk. And for Tyson. Butcher. Brazil got the best of the bounce there. Woods. Mills. 3 up in the penalty area, and Woods racing in from the left. Woods round his man well. Good little chip back. Walk. Underneath the volley too much. Cleared the crossbar by 2 or 3 feet. Worthington. Well played by Worthington. Allardyce. Morgan with Mills coming in firmly. Woods. Gates. Butcher read that well. Woods lying deep all the time. Mills across to Burley. Walk. Brazil's header knocked away by Watmore. Worthington. Foul by Worthington on Burley. Calls for a little word from Mr. Bridges. That's quickly played, and Gates has got in, and McDonough is lost, and Gates hits the outside of the post, but it was the quick free kick that caught Bolton napping, and that ball was smartly played in there, and Gates had got right away from any marker. McDonough had to come, and Gates rounded him, but couldn't angle the shot back quite enough. Bolton men here, but they're all bunched in the middle. Free kick for the foul on McNabb. Bolton in that break had 6 men up. Morgan was out on the right, but the other 5 all converging through the middle. Cooper calling his wall back so that he can be sure that they're covering that post to his right. Worthington, something of a specialist here. He very nearly found a way round too. Got it round the wall though. Couldn't cut it in. Nicholson. Out of all that, Worthington has the ball and plays it for Watmore. Burley's tackle and Tyson helping. Jones stands off and Allardyce takes the return from Smith. What ball? Nab, Allardyce. Morgan, can he turn it back? He's got Woods to beat. And the drag back kept the ball in play. From this angle it looked as though it might have gone out. But the linesman was looking right down the line. As it happened, it wasn't critical. Ball intercepted and clear. Now, Allardyce is up in the box. Can Bolton knock the crossover? Now Nicholson has the chance. He may have delayed too long. Yes, goes down by Mills. Now a shot, and Gowling got in there, but not quickly enough to shoot. And Tyson cleared. Allardyce's throw. Was header, Gowling under it. Worthington now from Gowling's header, and Worthington, and what a beautiful Worthington goal! Frank Worthington enjoys the adulation of the Bolton fans as goal number 25 of the season goes in, and wasn't it a bit special? Juggle, 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 turn and then strike. What a beauty. Worthington. Gowling now is onside. Butcher. Walk. Worthy for England, say the fans on the far side, possibly not aware that Ron Greenwood is going to stand on this side. Now here goes Brazil, who is onside, and there goes the equaliser. Well, a simple goal, lofted over. Defence caught a little bit square, perhaps wondering about offside. Brazil didn't bother to look for the flag, the chest down, and the left foot hammering it past McDonough for 1-1. 2 goals in 4 minutes. Brazil is getting his 6th of the season. Nicholson. Smith. Nicholson. Jones playing it forward much too hard, and that's an Ipswich goal kick. Mills for Ipswich. Onside again, Gates. And he's away from Allardyce. Brazil is free if he can find him. And he goes for the shot, and McDonough saves well. Brazil angry because he didn't get the pass. Gates says, well, I got the shot on target. And indeed he did. But what a good save from McDonough. McNabb. Mills. Pass that used the space well. Brazil. Robinson's pass too hard. McNabb. Smith. Well, they're being called back, and Murin gets a yellow card for the foul on McNabb. Arnold Muren cautioned for a trip off the ball. Worthington tussling with Butcher, and a judge to have backed into him. Linesman this side is Mr. Parry from McGull. Walk for Ipswich. Gates. Brazil. And that's not properly cleared. And Nicholson left with nothing to do but put it out for the corner as we go into the time that is being added on in this first half. Stoppage when we had a clash of heads between Osman and Gowling. It's another corner, header out by Allardyce. Jim McDonough putting on his cap against the sun when the corners come from this side, particularly as Muren is inclined to hit them high and deep. One closer to the goalkeeper, and Mills was allowed a free header, and it is prodded in, I think, by Walk. Walk certainly claiming the credit, and Walk it is who gets the congratulations. Muren twice had hit corners wide and deep, and when he hit that one closer to the goalkeeper, McDonough half got it away. Mills then was allowed a free challenge at it, and the ball pinged about a bit until Walk got the final touch to make it 2-1. And the half-time whistle goes just as Bolton kick off again, and Ipswich go in leading 2-1 after Frank Worthington, with a marvellous bit of skill, had put Bolton Wanderers in front. Then first Brazil, and then just on the whistle, Walk got the goals that give Ipswich their half-time lead. Join us again in a few moments for the second half. So at 1-2 down at half-time, Bolton will be wondering if Frank Worthington has another little bit of magic up his sleeve. If he can produce that when he gets to Dallas Tornadoes in the summer, I'm sure they'll love him over here, just as I'm sure he must have impressed the party of American schoolboys who are in the crowd today. Butcher. Tyson couldn't find a way through for the pass. Smith to Worthington, who is offside, and so we start the second half as much of the first went on. This season turning out very differently, of course, for Ipswich from a year ago, when they were looking forward to an appearance at Wembley, but only 5 of the FA Cup winning team in today's starting lineup. Nicholson. Butcher wondered about the back pass, but it was never on, and then he got himself into a bit of trouble, but Worthington is offside. Brazil beating Allardyce. Jones. Walk, Muren. And away goes Smith now. Tried to find Gowling, Watmore coming in behind him, and he was surely pushed off that by Tyson. It's the second time in the game that Neil Watmore has thought he had a case for a penalty, and he certainly seemed to me to have something that was worth arguing there. And Smith with the ball now. Morgan. Allardyce in the penalty area with the other tall men. Worthington, Gowling, who gets up. Mills for Ipswich. Jones just headed it on to Brazil. And Brazil has got away from him. Chance for him to get his second here, and he has done it very well indeed. Well, it started with an error by Paul Jones, but it still needed a lot of skill from Alan Brazil to turn it into a goal. And how well he controlled the ball, and how coolly he kept his head to go on and make it 3-1 to Ipswich, his 7th of the season. Allardyce. Mills. Go for a corner. It's a good corner. What a good goal too from Allardyce. That was an Allardyce special. Credit to Frank Worthington for a very accurately struck corner. And once Sam Allardyce launches himself into one of those, it's going to be a goal. And now to add to the pleasure of the Bolton fans, Tadeusz Novak strips off immediately below us. Novak with the number 12 shirt, about to come into the last quarter of an hour of the game, and Bolton back in it. Paul Jones being called off. And the man from Poland made to feel very much at home in Lancashire. Very warm reception from the Bolton fans. Linesman now having a word with Mr. Bridges. Perhaps Novak may have come on without having his studs checked. Yeah, no problems. And they play on. Free kick to Bolton. And they need another goal for a point. What more? Worthington was after it. Walk. Brazil with good pace down that side. Can he get round Walsh? He's got a corner. Ipswich players in the penalty area, 2 just outside as the corner comes out. Butcher up, off the post, and he just touched it away, the goalkeeper from Brazil. Well, Butcher got his first goal for Ipswich this week, and when he got to that header it looked as though he was going to get his second. Came back off the post, and then there was a touch by McDonough that took it away from Brazil. Meanwhile, Bolton have a free kick for a foul by Butcher on Worthington. Arms over his shoulders, holding him down. Nicholson wanting Gates to go back the 10 yards. There's a foul there too, Osman on Gowling. Smith. Gowling gets it in. Allardyce plays it on. Novak! Almost scored with his first touch. Ball just stabbed through there, and Novak steaming in, stabbed a foot, but Cooper got his body behind it and held it. Brazil, and he lets the shot go that would have given him his hat-trick if it had been on target, but drifting wide. And at this juncture, Ipswich are going to make their substitution, bringing on David Geddes in place of Eric Gates. Up comes Gates, and on goes Geddes, a member of the cup final side. This season mostly a substitute. This is his 13th appearance as sub. Burley, Smith under it without a challenge. Worthington going in, and Cooper almost misjudging it. Looked as though he'd come too far. Woods, Butcher. Bring that up cleanly. McNabb, poor pass. And now it's David Geddes. 3 against 3 as Ipswich break again. Geddes goes over Allardyce. Allardyce offers the hand of friendship. The first offence committed by Geddes, a Bolton free kick. Gowling anyway beating Butcher in the air while being pushed and getting the free kick. That's still not clear. Cooper a fist to it. McNabb, Smith, and it's wide. So Ipswich continue to cling on, looking for their 4th successive victory. By Geddes. Morgan chasing after it with Mills. Mills needed the support that he got from Woods. Three minutes left. 3-2 to Ipswich. That's a bad one, but it's gone to Mills. Walsh, McNabb seizing on it. Nicholson. Foul by Allardyce on Geddes. Stay Geddes. Allardyce looking over his shoulder. Very coolly and confidently finding Walsh. Against Bolton now, 2 minutes only left. Walsh to Watmore, down to Worthington, out to Morgan. Morgan's cross coming over, Gowling's header is over. begins to look more and more as though Ipswich will complete the double over Bolton, having become the first team to score 3 goals against Bolton here since Cardiff did so in that extraordinary 6-3 game back in December 77. We're in fact in the time which Mr. Bridges is adding on, and he has decided that there is no more to add, and so Ipswich complete the double over Bolton, winners by 3 goals to 2, largely thanks to the opportunist marksmanship of Alan Brazil. Scorer of 2 of their goals, John Walk the other, and Bolton replying through Frank Worthington and Sam Allardyce. 3-2 to Ipswich.
Well, a tremendous overall spectacle, I'm sure you'll agree. But how did the Bolton manager, Ian Greaves, feel about his team's performance? Gerald Sinstad asked him.
On the actual game, of course, we didn't play well. We played really badly. We gave 3 bad goals away. But we will see one of the best goals of the season, if not the best goal of the season. So, all's well that ends well. Not a good day, but a good season in many ways.
What about Frank Worthington's goal?
Unbelievable. I thought, well, that's got to be the winner. You know, I mean, how can you lose when you score a goal like that? But that's a typical Frank Worthington goal. And very untypical defensive performance by us today.
What about those 2 penalty decisions?
The referee's there, it's his job. It's not for me to comment on his decisions. He's nearer the player than I am, so I make no comment on them at all.
And what about bringing on Tad Novak? You were reluctant to bring him in, or pleased to give him the chance?
We decided that at 3-2 we scored a goal from the corner. You know, Big Sam got his header in and made it 3-2. We looked like we were just going to get out of jail. That we had a chance of getting out of jail. So we decided to play 3 against 2 at the back and get beat 4, if you like, rather than or us get the equaliser. It didn't work out that way, but it's worth a risk when you're 3-2 down with not long to go. We took a risk, it didn't pay off, but that's what we're paid for. We've got to take these risks from time to time.
And what was your feeling about him at the end?
About?
Novak?
He only had 4 kicks. Sure. He got 1 kick, his first kick he nearly scored with, but after that he didn't get much of the ball because blustery day, difficult conditions. Well done to the opposition because they deserved it at the end of the day. They took the chances that we gave them, but I take nothing away from them. They deserved it on the day. They've beaten us twice this season and they've well deserved to do on both occasions.
Well, what about the goal that Ian Greaves thought might have won the match for Bolton? Now, what a marvellous goal it was too, scored by Frank Worthington. Gerald Sinstad asked Worthington if it was the best he'd ever scored.
I think, I'm very well pleased with it, Gerald, but I've scored 1 or 2 this season, I think, to equal that one, although probably it was a little bit special.
It seemed as though you had about 3 goes at it before you even turned around.
Whether it's from a corner or what, but it came across, I managed to catch it on my chest, and normally I'd backheel it over to someone or something, but I just thought, I noticed all the defence coming out, so I decided just to lob it over my own head. And it fortunately just came over right for me, and as it dropped down I just hit it on the volley past the goalkeeper.
I remember Pelé scoring a goal like that in the '58 World Cup final when he had his back to goal and lobbed it over and turned around and hit it.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad player neither, was he? But no, I enjoyed it. I got a tremendous amount of pleasure out of that one today.
You're going to like them like that in America?
Well, hopefully, not counting my chickens, but hopefully I'm going to score a few more like that.
You're due to sign on Monday, is it, for Dallas?
Yes, I think so, yeah. Their representative is coming over, he's flying over tomorrow, and he should be here Monday and hopefully clinch the deal and sign for them.
And then when will you go?
Hopefully the 9th or the 10th of May.
I mean, the fact that Ron Greenwood was here today, that might not perhaps delay your departure?
I don't think so, Gerald, no. Not in any way. It's a lovely thought, the possibility of getting back into the international reckoning, but I don't think so. So I thought I've had my chance this season. It's been to watch us play once or twice already, and nothing's come from it. So I haven't given up all hope, but my summer's set now. I'm going to Dallas, Texas, and I'm looking forward to it.
One other bit of unfinished business before you go. There's still a 30-goal target to aim at.
That doesn't concern me too much. The important thing for me is finishing top of the First Division scoring list. If I get 30 goals, then that's fantastic.
Well, you certainly won't get many better than one we saw today. Frank, well done.
Well, it was also an afternoon for the Bolton fans to see their new Polish signing, Tadeusz Nowak, for the first time. Nowak coming on for the last 15 minutes or so. Well, clearly it's going to take time for Nowak to settle into the English way of life, and one man who's made that change already is the Dutchman Arnold Muren of Ipswich. Gerald Sinstad asked him how long it took him to settle into English football.
Well, at the beginning it was a little bit difficult for me because I didn't know the football of the English style very well. We lost 5 or 6 matches at home, and but fortunately we play now very well. And
What were the problems for you?
well, there are more English players are physical, stronger than Dutch players, I think, and they play with more longer balls than at Holland. When we play attacking football at Holland, there are more players involved, and here in England they hit the strikers the first time from the back, so that's the biggest difference, I think.
Well, now for our second match, and one that affects not only the First Division Championship, but relegation as well. West Brom chasing Liverpool, of course, and Wolves, who've shown such a vast improvement recently under their new manager, John Barnwell. The match is at the Hawthorns. ATV cameras covered the game. Hugh Johns is the commentator. Wolves are in the black shorts.
That's McCall forward. And Albion are caught again as Richards gets there ahead of Robertson. Nicks it back to Rafferty. Daniel wins it. Rafferty, Cantello, robbed by Hibbett. Wolves fighting and throwing themselves at everything. Throw in for Hibbett. Steve Daly. McCall. Through ball for Richards, got there. Rafferty. And a shot from Daly, surely, no, Batson. Rafferty. West Bromwich Albion standing around there watching the game going on and nothing's happening. John Weil having a right go. Well, it's leather flying all over the place. And the final shot from Rafferty wide. That ball dropped nicely for Regis. So Regis is eager to get goals, but a little bit ambitious to hit them from that far out. Robson. Ali Brown down. Wasn't a very good header, didn't aim for anybody. Very an easy clearance forward. That'll drop for Richards. John Weil will be there this time. Paul knocks that down for Parkett. Daniel in trouble against Robson, but was being pushed, and Robson is having a go at the referee. I wonder if that will go unnoticed. Parkin with the free kick. And Hibbett drives, and he's only just wide of the left-hand post. Well, that was awfully close then for Hibbett. There was a fair bit of pushing and barging going on, and Hibbett hammers it. He'd beaten Godden all right. I don't think Godden saw it all that early. Just wide. Robertson off to Batson. On for Ali Brown. That's well, the linesman gives it one way, the referee the other, and in the meantime Regis cuts away. Good goalkeeping, but surely Ali Brown kicked out. Robson rather. Off. And the Wolves players having a go at the referee now for totally confusing them with that throw-in, which started all the troubles, which produced this situation with Regis getting to the line, and then it really all began to happen. Here was the chance for Ali Brown to bury it, just nicked away. And still Albion couldn't turn the ball back in for a punishing shot. Robson finally sticking it in the side netting. Batson, an easy head forward. McCall, an equally easy one back. Robson. Batson. It was a foul by Hibbett. Late in on Batson. So it's Weil with the kick. Regis chests it down, tries the shot. Oh! And that looked like a deflection from maybe Berry or Hibbett. Robson is getting the credit. Brian Robson's getting the credit for it. It was Regis who chests it down. See if we can see exactly here. There's Regis. There's his shot going in. Robson is to the left. Does he get a touch? Yes, he does. Straight between Bradshaw's legs. Robson, a clean goal, 1-0 Albion. And Teller off the top of his head. Richards. And Weil. Oh, caught in possession. Now it's Daly. Hibbett off to his right. Daly goes on running. Uses Palmer. The cross in, headed away by Robertson. Corner right side for Wolves. Steve Daly. Swings that in. The shot from Daniel. Is Daly. Getting height. There's a lot of pushing going on. Patching. There's Richards. Patching. Hibbett. Ball breaks out for Albion and they're on something here. Cunningham looks for Ali Brown to his right. Wasn't a good ball for him. He's run well, and he very, very nearly squeezed that past. That was a difficult pass for Ali Brown to accept. Could have been so much better, but he fought so hard in this challenge against Parkin. His strength took him there, and that shot very nearly squeezes past the fingers of Bradshaw. Parkin then with the free kick for Wolves. Berry, Rafferty, McCall all on the far post, ready to come in. There's Berry. There's Richards. Beautiful goal. John Richards. A very similar goal to the one that Gary Birtles scored against Cologne. Well, it was a free kick in from Parkin. George Berry gets up above everybody. Nice jump. And John Richards could pick his spot as cool as you like and loop that header in. And Wolves supporters have something to cheer again. 1-1, just over 26 minutes of the second half gone.
So West Brom drop another valuable home point, and on an afternoon when Liverpool won at home as well. Well, shortly in kick-off, we'll be launching a goal of the season competition, and I'm sure you'll all agree from this afternoon's programme, we've got at least one contender, Frank Worthington. Good afternoon.
Allardyce's throw, Moore's header, Gowling under it. Worthington now from Gowling's header, and Worthington